To determine the overcurrent protection device and wire size for multiple welders on a single circuit, we'll use a step-by-step approach. The key is to consider the total load and ensure compliance with the National Electrical Code. We have 3 mil Envision 354 MPDC inverter arc welders, each with an input of 460 volts, 3-phase. The nameplate indicates an input power of 11.5 kilowatts and 18.9 amps per welder. Firstly, calculate the total load. The total load is the number of welders multiplied by the input power per welder. In this case, it's 3 welders times 11.5 kilowatts, which equals 34.5 kilowatts. Secondly, calculate the total current draw. This is done by dividing the total load by the line voltage. So, 34.5 kilowatts divided by 460 volts equals approximately 75.0 amps. Thirdly, determine the overcurrent protection device size. According to electrical codes, you should use the next highest standard overcurrent protection device size for the calculated current draw. In this case, since our current draw is 75.0 amps, the next standard size overcurrent protection device would be 80 amps. Fourthly, determine the appropriate wire size. Consult Table 310.16 in the National Electrical Code to determine the wire size based on the overcurrent protection device size and the conductor type. For THHN copper conductors, number 4 American wire gauge is suitable for 80 amps. Now let's consider the scenario where you run individual circuits to each welder. According to the information provided, the owner's manual suggests using 15 amp time delay fuses for each welder. Therefore, the overcurrent protection device size for each individual circuit would be 15 amps. For the wire size, again referring to Table 310.16 in the National Electrical Code, for 15 amps with THHN copper conductors, number 14 American wire gauge wire is sufficient. Regarding the existing 60 amp circuit with number 6 American wire gauge wire, it is crucial to understand that this circuit is not sufficient to handle the combined load of all 3 welders. Connecting additional welders to this circuit would violate the National Electrical Code requirement that the overcurrent protection device must protect the circuit and conductors against overload. The existing circuit is already carrying 1 welder, and adding 2 more would significantly exceed its capacity, posing a safety hazard and violating electrical codes. In summary, to connect all 3 welders on one circuit, you need an 80 amp overcurrent protection device with number 4 American wire gauge wire. Alternatively, to run individual circuits to each welder, you would need 15 amp overcurrent protection devices with number 14 American wire gauge wire for each welder. It's essential to avoid connecting the other 2 welders to the existing 60 amp circuit, as this would violate code requirements and create a potentially dangerous situation. Always consult the National Electrical Code and local regulations, and when in doubt, consult a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to ensure compliance and safety.